What up, guys? This is the kid DZD, aka the Drink Kang, live from the Dungeon Palace Studios. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. Thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. If this is your first time with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on another one of these videos. I've been in the lab today and I've been making beats from scratch, just using VSTs, things like that. But I want to make a sample beat. It's going to actually be a Boom Bap Sample beat, but we're going to give it a West Coast vibe, something like that. So on my long search of digging, I found a nice little sample that I can do something with. And when you dig for samples, sometimes the reason why it takes a long time is not because you're not finding good samples. It's just that you want a sample that does exactly what you want it to do, especially when you have a direction that you're going in. If you don't have a direction, then it's very easy to find a good sample and chop it up and do something with it. But we have an actual direction that we're gonna go in. We want a West Coast type vibe. We want a bouncy type vibe. We want something with that California type feel. So I found a sample and I think it has that type of vibe, and we're gonna see if we can do something with it. Without saying too much, let's jump inside the MPC software and let's see if we can get this done. Let's do it. All right, guys, I have the sample loaded up, so I'm going to show you exactly what the sample sounds like. We're going to tune that down a bit. And then we're going to go on and grab just this piece right here. Right there, that's where we want to cut it, right there. Now what we want to do is we want to process and we want to extract that piece. So let's go to extract, all right, and then do it. And now we have that sample on its own. All we're gonna do is just go on and go to chop, and we're gonna chop that up by regions. And then we're gonna go on and put that on track 2. We're gonna set our BPM to about 177. Let's see if that works. That works. That's about the tempo we want. I want to duplicate this program over. So I'm going to choose the program and then I'm going to hit the pencil tool and hit duplicate. Okay, that gives me another one of those programs. I'm going to put that program on track 3 as well. And then we're going to go on and make track 3 the high end part of the sample. We're going to duplicate the notes as well. So we're going to hit Control A to highlight all of the notes. And then we're going to hit Control C to copy, Control bracket to go to track 3. And then we're going to hit Control V to paste. Now we have all of our notes there on a new program. All right, now let's EQ this sample for the high end. Do you guys see what I'm doing? I'm taking the high pass filter and I'm bringing it all the way out. And then I go on and bring it back and listen to where I start hearing the sample fill out again. Well, let's do it again. We're going to take it all the way out, and then we're going to play it and start bringing it back to where we start hearing the sample fill out. All right, now if we solo that track, this is all we put in from the high end track. This is it. It's barely noticeable. So this goes to show you exactly how much sound can impact just the slightest bit of your mix. You can barely hear this high-end part of the sample, but when you put it in there with the low-end part and it mixes with those frequencies, all of a sudden it makes the sound bright. So all of you guys that do a lot of mixing, things like that, just always remember that the slightest little sound can affect your mix. Even if you add something very, very small to a mix, it can either mess it up or it can make it better, just depending on how you do it. All right, we're gonna jump right into the drums. We're gonna get this track rocking really quick. So I got some Boom Bap drums pulled up from my Vinyl Magic drum kit. If you guys don't have that kit, make sure you guys go to my website and grab that. I'm gonna leave the link in the video description for it. It's an amazing drum kit that will give you a whole list of vinylly sampled drums that I processed and kind of amped up a bit to give you that hard, punchy feel. So that's what we're gonna use to get this track rocking. Let's do it. Let's go on and deal with the hi-hat first. I'm gonna put that in 16 level, and then we're gonna put it in velocity. Let's do it. What I want to do with this bass sound is I want to do something a bit different. I want to add an 808 to the bass as well. So I have to be careful of how I do this because an 808 bass and the bass line, they're going to clash because they're so low in frequency. So I want to drop this bass line and leave little spaces where I can drop the 808 in and it'll all flow together without clashing. So check out how I do this. So look at how I did this bass line. I have space here, right here. I have space here. I have space here. And I have space here. So that's where the 808 is gonna go. All we're gonna do is just put some nice hits in there to where it actually gives it that low end boom vibe. So let's do it. I got the 808 that I want. And we're not gonna do this melodically. We're not gonna play the 808 because our bass line is handling the melody part of the bass. All we wanna do is just give it a boom in those spaces. Let's do it. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Now in the mixing process, we're gonna make sure that these frequencies do not overlap. That way when the 808 bass hits, it doesn't bleed into the actual bass line. But this is just a little tip for you guys. When you put down your bass line pattern, just kind of make sure you leave little spaces, little gaps in your bass line pattern. Don't make the bass drag out through the whole thing or you're not gonna be able to fit a nice boom sounding 808 somewhere in there because it's gonna clash with the bass. So just leave little gaps in your bass line. That way you can put a nice little hit in there and you can give it that bottom end and that boom feel if you want your bass to rock. Let's go on and lay down some nice little hits to kind of give this that Cali kind of vibe. Let's do it. Go on and select these chords here. I'm going to skip chords. I have these here and then I have this set here. So I'm going to skip every one and I'm going to lower the octave. So I'm going to grab these. I'm going to skip these right here. I'm going to grab these. If I lower the octave, it's going to give it kind of like almost kind of like an echo feel. This lead is kind of like my Cali lead that I use. It sounds like this. That's going to give us that nice little feel, so let's do it. that is the track. That is all we want to do to this beat. These instruments are nice, they fall well over the sample, and we don't want to crowd the sample too much because I can actually hear somebody's voice on this. Man, this will be hot with a nice Cali rapper or something like that, somebody that can just make the track bump. So make sure you guys leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the track. I really appreciate that. Again, if you guys want the drums that I use in this track, make sure you check out my Vinyl Magic drum kit. It's amazing. Link is in the video description. You're going to absolutely love it. My All Kits bundle, where you can receive all of my kits in one bundle, that is on sale for Black Friday. Depending on when you watch this video, make sure you guys check that out because it is for a limited time only. If you guys want to reach out to me for anything, Instagram is probably the best place to do that. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at @TheDrankKang and shoot me a DM, and I will absolutely try and get back to you at my earliest convenience. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. This is the kid DZD, aka The Drink Kang, live from the Dungeon Palace Studios, and I will check you guys in the next one. Peace out.